Welcome to Yemen Today TV. This is the English news with me, Tasneem Qandil. The United Nations observes August 19 every year as World Humanitarian Day. On this day, the world gives appreciations to frontline workers who sacrifice their life to restore health and hope in difficult circumstances. This report has more details.
Every day on August 19th, the United Nations observes World Humanitarian Day to promote the survival, well-being, and dignity of people impacted by disasters, as well as the security and safety of relief workers. Just as it takes a village to raise a child, an entire community is essential to help those in need. Every month, aid workers in Yemen, more than 95% of whom are Yemenis, ensure that 12.6 million people receive humanitarian relief or protective support. However, they work in exceedingly difficult environments. Their safety and well-being are constantly threatened, despite the fact that they strive to save lives and alleviate suffering every day. Attacks on aid workers in Yemen have increased alarmingly this year. An aid worker was murdered, 2 were injured, 7 were kidnapped, and 9 were detained in the first half of 2022. Between January and June, there were 27 occurrences of threat and intimidation, compared to 17 in total the previous year. There were also 28 carjackings reported in the first 6 months of the year, which is 17 more than in 2021. In the first half of 2022, there were 27 attacks against relief groups, buildings, and facilities, including looting of humanitarian supplies and other assets, which was also greater than in the entire year of 2021. Aid workers have been victims of misinformation and harassment in recent months, and unsound charges that they corrupt Yemeni values, notably the morality of young women, have been raised against them. Such claims endanger the safety and security of humanitarian workers, particularly Yemeni female relief workers, at a time when violence against women and girls is on the rise, and their rights are being eroded in many areas of the world. While the UN brokered truce has offered significant relief to civilians since its implementation in April and merits support, more than 7 years of violence and economic collapse have exacerbated the humanitarian disaster. More than 23 million people require aid or protection. Food insecurity is expected to rise to 19 million by December. The malnutrition rate among women or children is among the highest in the world, and 1/3 of Yemen's 4.3 million internally displaced people continue to live in abject poverty. Without the hard efforts of humanitarians in Yemen, the situation would be much, much worse.